26.
First, I request your lordship to
Recalling the order.
2239, 2239, 2329,
23.
26.6.
6.
26.6.
Deceased apparent setting.
Last occasion we have submitted.
Filing of counter to IA1.
In this matter, my lord, we have submitted on the last occasion before the court that Siddhappa, the appellant hearing, was the petition before the reference court. Judgment pronounced on 13/12/2022. The death of Siddhappa was not brought to the notice of the court below.
When he died?
He died on 23/9/2019.
23/9/2019.
According to their application, what they have submitted for condone the delay and bringing the loss.
Okay, judgment was passed on 13th December.
13/12/2022.
This was a single case, not.
Please, my lord. His death was not reported before the court below.
But after his evidence, he died.
ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
It is after evidence.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಎವಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು.
After arguments, my lord, he died.
After arguments ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ಅಲ್ಲ,
my submission was.
What by PW1?
My submission before your lordship was. The moment he died, it is obligation on the part of the petitioner to bring the.
Correct. This claim petition does not abate if he died after recording of his evidence and the matter was heard. So that we have to examine here. You are trying to say that
That is to be the case. Matter has to be remitted back to court below for.
No, the record show that after his evidence he died.
It is there in the judgment, which I cannot dispute. That is to be the case. When the judgment was.
Come here on record.
When the judgment was passed for and against the dead person. 22 rule 4.
That will not become nullity if it was posted, it was passed after he, at the hearing of the matter. His evidence was over. Because then check madi. Only for on the technical ground.
My lord, it is covered.
That has to be done in the judgment itself.
It is covered.
Before the court below.
Adilla hagilla. Legal portion is not like that. What are you giving? Judgments,
Judgments.
does not abate anta ಇದೆ.
Reference abate ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ.
Reference is not the case initiated by the party.
Yes.
So there is also one judgment is right.
My lord, in the learned single judges.
This is I will have last person to make submission before the court.
My lord, page 4, instead of looking into the Honorable Supreme Court's decision, my lord exhaustively learned single judge in another writ petition. And my lord has.
He's got it. ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ.
ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ.
ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಡ್ಜರ್ನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಆಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್.
I will examine it. It is helpful for me also. I will examine the judgment and make my submission and then let's start up hearing. Have the matter next week.
ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ?
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾಪಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ.
29 ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕಾಪಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ.
My lord, I will furnish one more set, my lord.
26 ನಲ್ಲಿ some other applications. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 26.4 ನಲ್ಲಿ written objections, IA2 for documents, IA for vacating stay, vacating interim order, ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ವಾರ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ಲಿ. Recalling application ಇದೆಲ್ಲ 26.5 ಅದು ಕೊಡಿ ನೋಡೋಣ.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ
ಇದನ್ನ
we have deposited the
notes and in judgment
in 6382.
ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗಿ 26.5 ನಲ್ಲಿ 2271.
My lord, it was dismissed for non-prosecution.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ವೆಕೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟೆಡ್, ಅದೇನೋ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮೆಮೊ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯ್ತು, ಯು ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ 26.4 ಫಾರ್ ವೆಕೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ.
26.4 ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have deposited the balance.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಅವ್ರು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ವೆಕೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್.
ಅಲ್ಲ well in time we have deposited the balance amount before the court below.
ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೆ why you have filed this vacating stay, they have not deposited. ಎರಡು ವೆಕೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇ ಹಾಕಿದಿರಲ್ಲ, 4 of 22 and 1 of 23.
ಹೌದು, ಅದು
not deposited ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೈ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ earlier learned council my lord had filed, I had no knowledge of that.
Now whether they have deposited or.
My lord, they are making a statement that they have deposited.
I have brought the DD for having deposited amount before the court below.
ಅವನ್ನ ಎರಡು ಡಿಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ ಏನ ಅಥವಾ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು.
My learned friend's statement may be recorded and disposed of.
Those are applications.
ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಅಪೆಲೆಂಟ್ ಅದೇನು ಮೆಮೋ ಹಾಕಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ.
Just now I have brought to the.
My lord,
Just
my
now.
instructions are that, my lord, they haven't deposited. It is all old deposit.
ಕನ್ಸಿಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ.
It is a old deposit, it seems.
No, no, no. It was deposited on 23/8,
ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಸರಿ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್.
ನೋಡಿ sir.
ಸರಿ
23/8,
award
2024.
amount in compliance the interim order of this court is deposited. Response council seek time to examine and submit. List on after 1 week ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 10 days. 10 days. 10 days ಅಂದ್ರೆ after vacation ಅವರಿಗೆ 23/71 ಏನಂದ್ರೆ 22/71.
2271, my lord.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ recalling ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು.
My lord, it was dismissed for non-prosecution.
Order dated 23/10/2019. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿನೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಆ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ಗೆ 2019ರಿಂದ 2024 ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ ರಿಸ್ಟೋರ್ಡ್. ವೆನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಫೈಲ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ 2023.
My lord, it was filed on 18/7/23.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಈಗ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಮಿಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ 23/10/2019.
5/7/23, my lord.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. 20, 21, 22 3 years plus 7 months 6.
It was,
Will deny
it was.
for that period.
my lord, it was
What?
dismissed on 5/7/23.
5/7.
ಹೌದು. I have filed application, my lord, on 18/7/23.
5. ಅಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಮೇಲಿನ ಡೇಟ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು 23/10. 5/7. ಯು ಆರ್ ರೈಟ್. ಏನದು ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ನೀಡ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡನ್?
My lord, court fee was required to be paid.
ಈಗ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
My lord, I'll pay it in 1 week, my lord, unless it is recalled, my lord.
This application subject to payment
ಆಗ್ಬೋದು.
as a precondition for consideration of I 2023. Needful shall be done within 10 days.
Please, my lord,
Failing which I 2023 shall stand dismissed.
please, much.
Next, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇದ್ರ 26.6 ಇದೇನೋ LR application. That's what he was.
My lord, that is, my learned friend is,
As requested by response council. Yeah, not even filed wakalat.
Please.
New. Council for respondent 1 and 2 list after 10.
In this matter, we have filed wakalat, we have the appointment for.
ಯಾವಾಗ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ? ಯಾವ ಡೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ?
Wakalat filed on 11/9/2024,
11/9. ಇವತ್ತೆಷ್ಟು ಡೇಟು?
but our name is not shown. 24.
24. ಅವತ್ತಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ? ನಂಬರ್ ನೋಡಿ ಮೇಲೆ.
23,
There are multiple cases.
MFA number.
23/29 of 2019, 23.
Shri Nagar Council submits that he has filed wakalat in the registry on ಎಷ್ಟು 11/9.
11/9.
ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದ್ಯಾಕೆ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಷನ್? ಸಾರಿ, ಬರೀ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲೇ ಟೈಮ್. Registry has placed the wakalat of Shri Nagaya for respondent 1 and 2. His name shall be shown in the call list accordingly. Okay. He seeks time to submit on I number 1 to 3 of 2023, list after 10 days. Okay, 10 days 1 week. Non-filing of amended cost rate.
We will complete course of the day.
Request 10 days time is granted to the needful. Elladrallu 10 days ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದೆ. List of yes, next question.
So number 27,
Public.
Kantar Gavle.
26/123, your lordship. 26/123, I appear for respondents in 3 cases. 26/123.
ಆಯ್ತು ಹೇಳಿ ಮುಂದೇನಾಗ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ they have not deposited as ordered by your lordship. 50% of the total award amount they have to deposit, please.
ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿ 10 days ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ vacating application ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ you can execute if they have not done that. Yes.
My lord, in this
Number
case, I appear
27.
for the appellant, my lord. The objections are ready, my lord. I shall file it. Kindly be called immediately after vacation. my lord.
Withdraw the amount, madam.
He is not entitled to withdraw the said amount, my lord. Objections are ready, my lord. I am awaiting affidavit.
Counter to that.
Yes, my lord.
25 lakhs he has deposited and
ಅದು ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ kindly my lord, we have served the copy on 5/9 itself.
5/9.
5/9/2024.
5/9. We are awaiting the affidavit, my lord, from the party who is at Mysore.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ only we withdraw the amount. madam.
I shall file my objections, my lord, called immediately after.
Have it on
Receive time to file counter to I 1 of 2024. List on date ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ.
30th.
No,
after vacation,
After
before vacation, list of
Audit.
1510.
15.
Great.
So number 28, Y Rajendra Prasad Shetty, Nitin Prasad.
For the respondent, council on record is not in station, my lord, he has intimated me. Some date may be fixed, my lord.
IA for withdrawal ಹಾಕಿದೆ
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹಾ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಒಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ
ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ.
Furnishing of PF to the.
ಇಲ್ಲ
civil
ಅದು
respondent.
ಬರಲ್ಲ ನಾನು
PF they are,
ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ.
ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು
already they have filed
But
wakala.
since Nitin Prasad has appeared for the respondent, office objection regarding furnishing PF to respondent is overruled. Okay. Withdrawal of the amount is money recovery suit.
Yes.
Then
Advocate on record illa sir. He is not in station.
this what is
Some day, some
Some
date.
date may be fixed.
as requested by appellant's counsel, list on
1610.
16.
Great.
Please.
So number 29, P Mahesha.
For 2 weeks.
Sorry.
328
It will be called, Malad, after 2 weeks, Malad, I will file.
non-filing of wakalat advocate for respondent.
Last time, Malad, I have been served with a copy
ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ವಕಾಲತ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ನೀವು.
of the Wakalat. I have sent to Malad the papers.
328 days ಡಿಲೇ ಕಂಡೋನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅವ್ರು ವಕಾಲತ್
delay-
ಹಾಕ್ಲಲ್ಲ.
Delay may be condoned.
ಡಿಲೇ ಕಂಡೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ?
But this is a matter wherein Malad's claim petition was dismissed, injury case. During the pendency of the claim petition, the original claimant died, Malad. The tribunal has dismissed the claim petition, Malad.
On the ground that it
On the
doesn't
ground that-
survive.
Please, Malad.
ಅದು incorrect ಅಂತ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ.
Because he sustained Malad fracture of,
Appeal is filed by whom?
by LR.
By the LRs of the original claimant.
During pendency of,
Come on record even before the
Uh,
tribunal.
please,
Ah,
Malad.
pendency of the claim petition itself, not the original claimant died. The LRs have been brought on record.
He is submitting that the trial tribunal has dismissed the application on the ground that cause of
Yes, ma'am, there is
does
no,
not-
there is
Survive.
no nexus between the injuries suffered, Malad, and the,
no nexus ಅಲ್ಲ cause of action survive ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು.
no nexus ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
ಏನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ?
ಅಲ್ಲ, no post-mortem report, no doctor, nothing.
Yeah, not examine the doctor, then why did you not examine?
Malad,
See, to claim compensation,
Malad, I'm not on the part that I died because of the accident injured,
even for
Malad.
injuries it is does not.
Please, Malad,
It
Supreme
survive-
Court had submitted a judgment, Malad.
Yes.
Please, Malad, Supreme Court
Even if there is no nexus, cause of action survive.
survives, Malad.
That is the.
But for
judgment.
limited purpose, not it survives.
The limited
I am-
purpose means for injuries, medical expenses.
Please, Malad, attendance charges, medical expenses,
what-
lot of, lots of estate I'm
The entire
entitled,
petition-
Malad.
That has been rejected by the internal page, not 14. On the ground that the only medical bills have been produced without any prescription.
Malad, prescription is not needed, Malad. There are medical bills in the name of the patient.
But you should have done one thing, you should have examined the doctor, why did you not examine? the
Malad,
doctor?
that was a mistake which was done by the advocate
Even-
before that.
Now
No.
again, remand,
Please,
Even-
Malad.
Even no PM report, one, nothing has been,
ಅಲ್ಲ,
postmortem report.
that's whether it was disputed by you.
I am not disputing that
You, they had disputed the death. It appears the tribunal dismissing the petition on the ground that she died, and she was, they were permitted to come on record shows that he had not disputed the death.
Eh,
Now he is saying, even assuming that death had no direct nexus to the injuries, still his petition survives.
For limited blood about medical expenses and
Limited or unlimited, that it is only thing now they have not examined the doctor even to prove the
no material,
expense and injury suffered by the victim. That is their mistake.
no,
Now,
no
Now-
medical records,
Sir, let's-
nothing.
petition can be, case can be remanded ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
Demanded under, because there is no material has been produced before the tribunal. Even no discharge, somebody murder.
ನೀವು, if you keep stretching it like this, then will adjourn it to some other day by condoning the delay. Because you have not yet filed wakalat.
Yes, madam, yes.
Service ಆಗಿತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
Service.
Before service only was directed to take notice or?
please, Malad.
Yes, madam. Last time, he served the
Considering
copy.
this aspect, your lordships had directed me to serve a copy on him, Malad.
ಓ, ನೀವು ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅಪೀಲ್ 2023 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ, it was
On
not
two-
complied.
On 2/9, murder, second day of this month.
Office objection 2024 ವರೆಗೂ ಕಂಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು.
Malad, sorry, Malad. I didn't know that aspect, Malad.
Yeke, you are a new advocate?
No, my lords, this file was not with me, my lords.
Not with you means?
My lords, I joined this office later on, my lords.
Adela, vicarious liability, you have to take it.
Please, my lords.
Even before.
I don't understand.
Sometimes ಮೊದಲನೇ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ notice ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ.
I don't understand.
You have complied, it came before the court on 12/2/2024. Appeal is filed in 2020.
23, my lords. 22nd May 2020.
Yes, sir. 2024. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ reason? 41 years.
No, 67.
His son or?
Lady not, age about 67 years.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದಾಯ್ತು. ಇವರು, how he is related to the deceased?
Yeah, children more.
Children, my lords.
41 ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲ 67 ವರ್ಷ.
36 ವರ್ಷ, my lords.
No, she is the
ನಿಮ್
daughter.
ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 41 years ಅಂತ
ಅಲ್ಲ
ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಿ.
daughter, but they are the
Abdul
LRs.
Naveed who has sworn the affidavit, my lords.
Dr. Fatih.
LRs ಬರೋದು.
Son of Fatima. How old was that lady?
67 years.
67 years, 65 years at the time of accident.
In court judgment, 67 years.
65.
Trust deny ಮಾಡೋಣ. ನೀವು 2 ವರ್ಷ ಕಂಡ್ರೆ 3 ವರ್ಷ ಕಂಡ್ರೆ. Delay of 328 days in filing the appeal is condoned in the interest of justice with a condition that if the appellant succeeds, they shall not be entitled to interest on the compensation. Now, no compensation for a delayed period of 328 days.
Please, my lords, very well.
1/24 is disposed of. Oh, delay application 1 ವರ್ಷ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕಿದೀರಾ?
Oh, for that.
Admit call for TCS.
Please, my lord.
Please have
Obliged.
the receipt of TCS.
Till number 30, Pawan Kumar Vayan.
Manager New India Assurance Company. Yes, that's heard.
Yes, madam.
CD of 122 days. Case of death or injury?
Case of injury. Yes, madam.
You are on which point? 10,67,750 is granted.
Yes, madam.
You are on what point?
Sorry, my lords.
You are on which point? On what point you have challenged the award?
My lords, income.
Whether disability taken is
Disabilities, my lords.
on the lower
Disabilities.
side or income is on the lower side? or
Yes, my lords. Income and disabilities are lower.
Both
side.
they have you are disputing.
Yes, my lords.
120 days. ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ವಾ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು? ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅಶ್ಯೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅವರೇ I heard the appellant's counsel. The respondents, those served are unrepresented, and the respondent to those served is unrepresented. Considering the reasons assigned to explain the delay of 122 days in filing the appeal is condoned in the interest of justice, with the condition that if the appellant succeeds, he shall not be entitled to interest on the delayed period of 122 days.
Yes.
Shall not be entitled to interest on the enhanced compensation for the delayed period of and 1/2023 is disposed of accordingly. Admit call for TCRs. List after the receipt of TCRs. Let the trial court take back.
Obliged.
Till number 31, Government Advocate.
If you for the state, your lordships have imposed some cost, I have paid you.
We had asked you to get it paid through the officer.
Yeah, ಅವ್ರ ಕೈಯಿಂದ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು.
ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆ
ಇದು copies.
ಇಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇನೋ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Leonard GS. You are AG?
AG.
Leonard AG. So and so ಹೆಸರು ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. So and so Leonard AG submits memo with ಒಂದೇ ಸೆಟ್.
2 set ಕೊಟ್ರು.
Memo with cost paid receipt.
Please. ಆಮೇಲೆ
Yes, next.
and modification of one submission.
Yes.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ interim order has been granted on 16/7/2024, your lordship, on deposit of 50% amount and 50% in
No, delay is not yet condoned. Delay has to be.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ರ ಆಗಿದೆ, already stay has been granted, but execution court has not released our
The order?
Please, I am producing all the copies in four
When was
matters.
that order entry board was passed?
16,
7/2024.
please, your lordship.
Now this appeal arises out of which LAC?
ಒಂದೊಂದು ಅಪೀಲ್ separate ಇದೆ.
My lords,
ಅಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಾ appeal ಅಲ್ಲೂ attachment ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ?
ಹೌದು. ನಾನು ಕಾಪೀಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, your lordship. It's
Similar application is filed in all the cases?
similar separate applications, your
ಅಲ್ಲ
lordship.
separate but
ಹ್ಮ್.
in all these
ಇದು
cases.
ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದು 4 ಕೇಸ್ ಇದು. Your lordship, I will take it,
But you are hurrying only about that application. First submit on your delay condonation application.
my lords, may I make one?
1,402 days delay. How much is 1,401? ಇನ್ನು 31.1 compliance ನಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. Issue notice to R3 and 4.
ಅಲ್ಲ, your
My lords,
lordship,
may I
now
make one
what has
submission, my
happened, your lordship?
Are you taking notice in that?
Please, my lord, in serial number 31 and 31.3, my lord, I appear for
31.1.
31 and 31.3, my lord.
You appear for the claimants.
Please, my lord, the respondents herein. You received the papers, my lord. I may be granted a short time to file wakalat and objections to the IAS, my lords.
And 30,
31 and 31.1.
3, my lords, 31 and 31.3.
Three.
and 31.3 ಅಲ್ಲಿ already taken notice.
ಹೆಸರು 31.3.
2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಟಿಸ್.
31.3 ನಲ್ಲಿ
ಇವ್ರು ಈಗ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
KG Sadash.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ತೋರಿಸಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇಲ್ಲ
31 ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ.
31.2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
31 point I appear for the respondent claimant. 31.2 none. I already filed wakalat.
ನಿಮ್ದು ಹೆಸರು ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ.
ಇದೆ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ 31 and 31.3 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. There is a sole respondent.
Please, my lord.
ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲದ್ರ
31.2 na 3 na.
Shri so and
3,
so,
ma'am. 3.
learned counsel. You have filed wakalat or yet to file
Correct
wakalat?
to file, my lords.
Undertakes to appear for respondent.
KG Sadash.
He is permitted to file the wakalat in the registry within ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಫರ್ನಿಚರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್.
ಹೌದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. And
Yeah,
last
they
2
are-
months
I
government
made
department is
submission.
not able to work, your lordship. Department ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ. Day to day general public is suffering end of the day, your lordship.
Alla,
Revenue department.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟೆಡ್.
Please, your lordship, I produced now copies, everything.
ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಹೆಸರು ತೋರ್ಸೋಣ. So and so is undertakes to appear for respondent is permitted to file the wakalat in the registry. The registry shall show his name in the causes accordingly. Now, yes, submit on the delay condonation. We'll go one by one.
Please, your lordship, first matter ಅಲ್ಲಿ
401. Do you have serious objection for delay condonation?
13.2 I have to file objection, my lord.
Correct, 2023 ಇಂದ ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ.
ಅಲ್ಲ
And in
ಇವಾಗ
one
recent,
case, your party was served and she has not appeared.
now only 18/7 I have filed wakalat. Last week is matter posted. I will seek for 2 weeks. Again matter is posted by in view of their seeking for modifications.
Correct, file ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ objection ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ.
Lord,
Otherwise,
it.
we have to consider the next application. Now they are submitting that they have deposited. Is that correct?
Please, I have produced all the
Lord,
sets.
as per my instruction,
ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ಫುಲ್ ಸೆಟ್
What copies?
ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
Lord, entire 50% amount is not deposit. Only they have
Entire
deposited 92,67,473. Crore 79,27,000.
Total.
They have not calculated that.
Not
That is the,
right.
I will produce the trial court order.
Do one thing, this calculation will not do. We'll delegate it to the executing court. If the entire amount deposited is 50%, let them release,
Yes, yes,
raise the attachment.
yes.
Sir,
Yes.
now I have produced some
We will
documents, your
decide.
lordship.
If you have deposited, you should go
Please,
to
your
the
lordship.
executing court and convince it.
Yes.
No, we said, your lordship, in spite of that, execution court has now passed order in page number, now I have produced the copy, your lordship. Now ಇವಾಗ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ page number 78 ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
Page number 70.
8, your lordship. Now they have, execution court has passed order saying that application under 161, 151 filed by JDR is hereby allowed. Office is directed to release the attached property in favor of the JDR department in accordance with law by collecting necessary charges if incurred any in accordance with law. Further, DHR is also directed to deposit the expenditure or security amount if there is any balance to be paid. To pay balance ಅಂತ till the date of ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರು.
Balance ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕೇಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲೂ.
Your lordship, page number executable order is page
Correct, the trial court or executing court has not said here
Yes.
whether it satisfies the 50% or not.
Page number 40.
Entire amount ಬೇಡ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ
But,
ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ. Page
the-
number, your lordship may.
Executing court does not say that this satisfies.
ಅಲ್ಲ
50%.
our contention is that ನೀವು till date ವರೆಗೆ interest ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ, but executable order is at page number 47, your lordship. 47.
47.
47, your lordship, page number. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯ ಆದೇಶ ಆಗಿರೋದು 4,93,86,050, your lordship. Out of 50%, 2,46,93,026.
Interest.
Cannot calculated the interest.
Interest, your lordship, till the issuance of warrant, your lordship, execution.
That's why we said we will not calculate it, we'll delegate it to the executing court. If it is satisfied, then the attachment shall be raised. Otherwise, that can proceed. Executing court.
But order,
You find satisfied there. If it is not, you file a memo of calculation there.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದೀವಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಬಟ್ till date ವರೆಗೆ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ.
What is the order passed here?
Please, your lordship, page number,
What was the
page number 16, your lordship. 14 in the 16. 16, order. 16, your lordship, page number 6. E 40. However, assigned affidavit so and so acceptable is hereby allowed and operation of the judgment and award dated 18/11/2007, LAC number, separate LAC number ಇದೆ.
Subject to deposit of 50% with accrued interest before the court.
Yeah, till the executable order.
Huh?
Till the execution of warrant ಬಂದ.
No, it says till 50% of the award amount with accrued interest.
Before the below, that we have
The
deposited. you know.
order was passed in 16/7/2024.
Please,
Have
sir.
to calculate the interest up to 16/7/2024 and a deposit. Have you calculated up to 16?
This one, if at all execution court had this clarification, they could have easily told us, clarify the
Why
order.
don't they tell us you have taken an order from the high
Because-
court? You should.
Because,
Madam, you are unnecessarily
please,
taking
your
our
lordship,
time.
please. On that, we are ready to deposit that till date, your lordship, that whatever order has.
ಮೊದಲು ಹಾಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ, ಈಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, because ಅವರು 2 months ಇಂದ all the materials, all seized, your lordship.
ಆಯ್ತು, 2 months ಇಂದ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿನೇ ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ವಾ?
That I have no.
Then ಈಗ ಅವ್ರು ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ ಕುರ್ಚಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ they find it
ಅಲ್ಲ
difficult.
ಅವ್ರು ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಾಟಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, ಜನರಲ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಡಾಟಾ, your
You
lordship.
have taken an order, you should comply it.
Please, we have complaint and your lordship may pass that order, we will deposit, your lordship.
ಡಿಲೇ ಕಂಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ, ಡಿಲೇ ಕಂಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡಿ this order will clarify. That's all. They have to pay the interest of.
We'll pay, your lordship. We'll pay, your lordship.
Administrative delays ಎಲ್ಲದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ.
Administrative delays only.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಪೀಲ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ 1402 days ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
Different date ಇದೆ, your lordship.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ಲಿ.
ಒಂದರಲ್ಲಿ
Almost ಎರಡು ಕೇಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1400
ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ
and in one case you have not even furnished the PF.
More than 3.5 years.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದರಲ್ಲಿ 639, ಒಂದರಲ್ಲಿ 420, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 1402, your lordship.
ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ 1402.
Please, your lordship, please.
And ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 31.1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ we do not know because it's not mentioned here.
Not mentioned.
ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಾ ಈಗ?
No, no.
Who is responsible for this delay? ಫೈಲ್ ಕಳ್ಸೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮುಚ್ಚಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Some administrative.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ನಿಮ್ದು ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ವಾಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ 18/11/2007.
Please. 17, ಒಂದು.
17, I'm sorry.
ಹೌದು, ಒಂದು 17, 121, ಒಂದು 19 ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
Letter was written on 1/6/2020.
Please, your lordship. ಒಂದು 17 ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದು 21 ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದು 19 ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 17 ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ರಿಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ.
Minimum.
ಇನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಅಪೀಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ 31 to ಅಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರಿಗೆ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಸರ್ವ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. 31, 31.2.
We have given your lordship already second time.
31.1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ
R3 and 3 ಸರ್ವ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ.
ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
31,
Process already
31.2, 31.3, 30, list ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. Heard.
And ಇವಾಗ ಇವ್ರು ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ 31.1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
No, my lords,
Delay.
1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
31.3.
Is the administrative reasons. Cases involve inordinate delay of 1,400. Two cases involve inordinate delay of 1,401 and 1,402 days. Considering the same, the delay of 1,401, 639,
ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ರೊಳಗೆ 553.
1,400, ಅದರಲ್ಲೇನು ಸರ್ವ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, that we cannot condone. 1,402 is hereby condoned on payment of cost of rupees 2,000 in each case payable to the High Court Legal Service Committee to Advocates Welfare Fund. Advocates Welfare Fund.
Decathlon,
Shall
60
be
plus sports,
covered
6,000.
accordingly. So far as IA number 1 of 2024, counsel for the appellant submits that the appellant, despite the appellant deposit
I'll start with the list then. Jodi sir, I'll start with the list. When it comes, you tell me. Yes. I'll be taking the first list. Yes. Everybody. First list ಕರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಕರ್ದ್ಬಿಡಿ. He is not yet come. ಕರ್ದ್ಬಿಡಿ. After he comes, I'll take it. Yes. Take it. Call the first list. Sir, ಅವ್ರು sir, ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ಲಿ.
List one, fresh matters, till number 2.
In the meantime, next. Next.
Number 3.
Same. State, sir. Yes. ನಿಮ್ದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ರಮೇಶ್. ಅವೇ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಕಾಲ್ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋ. Page 29, sir. No way for interim order. Take chance after vacation. ಇಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡೋದ್ರೆ ನಾನೇ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. All the family members. Correct. Page 29 ನೋಡಿ. No false case. ಫಿರ್ಯಾದಾರರ ಮೇಲೆ ದೊಣ್ಣೆ, ಕಲ್ಲು ಮತ್ತು ಕೈಗಳಿಂದ ಹೊಡೆದು will list it after vacation. List after vacation. Yes. Will not dismiss it. Continue ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ತೊಂದರೆ.
5.
Yes.
Correspondent 2, madam.
Kave, A2, A3, A4, Kashkan.
Respondent
Respondent. A learned counsel so and so undertakes to enter. ಯಾವ್ದು serial number?
5, madam.
First list.
Yes, madam.
Ajit.
Second list, sorry, madam.
A1, A2, A3, Kashkan. Sorry, alla A2, A3, A4, Kashkan. Next.
Number
2 to 4,
6.
madam.
Arun Kumar. 2013 CC, I will not interfere now. Huh? No. 11 ವರ್ಷ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ I will not interfere in a 482. The subject petition, the petitioner is before this court now seeking the following prayer. The crime is of the year 2012 and the CC of the year 2013. 11 years have passed by. The petitioner is now knocking at the doors of this court, contending that the crime so registered and the charge sheet so filed after the registration of the crime are all an abuse of the process of the law. there is no ground made out for interference at this juncture, more so in the light of the fact that the matter is pending before the concerned court for the last 11 years. If the submission is that the trial has not yet commenced, the trial court shall endeavor to conclude the proceedings with an outer limit of 6 months, if not earlier. Next. Ordered accordingly.
The disabilities, children's benefits have been eaten away by these people.
What, impossible to stay.
Yes,
Yes.
7, 8 and 7.
List after, no representation, list after 4 weeks.
Your Lordship,
Which
serial number 7, Your Lordship.
Not to list the matter prior to the expiry of
Lordship.
4 weeks. Next.
Serial number 7, Your Lordship. I am appearing for petitioner.
I have not yet come to 12. Wait, sir.
8.
Same, 8. 4 weeks. Yes. Nishant, in the meantime, next.
Idರಲ್ಲಿ issue, my lord, they're taking section 5 of the act. Section 5 of the act has no applicable.
ಯಾವ್ದು serial number 9 ಅಲ್ಲ?
Yes, my lord.
ಕೊಡಿ. Identical matter stay ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಕೊಡಿ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು that exorbitant interest rate.
ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ Thursday ಆಗ್ತೇನೆ in the fresh matters list. Tag this petition along with criminal petition 4037 of 24. List them both.
Sorry, not this matter.
What?
Next matter.
ನಾನು ಓದಿರೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಂಗೆ ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ.
Sorry.
In the tag this petition in the meantime. Yes.
10.
This matter, my lord.
ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ
Yes.
ಇದೇ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
Yes.
ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 4 weeks. ನಿಶಾಂತ್ಗೆ ಗಾಬರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರಿ. In the meantime. You will just stop at 12. We'll hear the Attorney General and then get back. Yes, sir. No, by the time you came, I finished 12 cases.
So one of the virtues of virtual hearing is that we can travel to many places trying to finish a case.
Yes, sir.
The pleadings are now complete.
ಅದು ಫೈಲ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ಇದೆನಾ?
Counter affidavit and our.
Kindly permit me to pass the memo notes where senior Acharya has been appointed as the state public prosecutor.
Fine, yes.
Memo with the
All right.
authors.
Senior. Sir, Professor, sir.
Corporation.
Both of you.
Corporation.
Oh, sorry.
I am for the 6th response.
All right.
It's very interesting and to see my
Lord.
friend here.
The Lordship's kindly you.
Please go ahead.
Lord, I'm appearing for respondent number 1, Miller.
Oh, government.
Respondent number 1.
Other state.
State.
Yes, sir.
My Lord, I would like to raise a preliminary objection, my Lord, with regard to the maintainability of the writ petition.
All right.
Because after the filing of the writ petition, my Lord, there are 2 developments. One is the judgment of the Supreme Court in the state of West Bengal versus Union of India. And other, in my Lord, is the division bench ruling of this honorable court following that judgment, my Lord, which in effect has dealt with the power of the CBI, interpretation of the provisions of the Delhi Police Establishment Act, etc.
I mean, matter that was sent to the Supreme Court.
Yes. Please, my Lord, yes. So that question is there, my Lord. This is virtually a dispute between the state and the union
Not at
with
all.
regard to the right to
Not at all.
investigate. Please,
I don't agree with that.
please, ma'am.
It is not a dispute between the state and the union. It is a dispute with regard to an individual or the corporation that is said to have siphoned off the funds or whatever it is, misappropriation of funds. And the Union Bank of India is here wanting it to be referred to the CBI. That is all. Where is the state and the center dispute in this?
No, my Lord, here the question is, the writ petition relies upon the circulars issued by the central government, which in effect, my Lord, that is the foundation of the prayer in the writ petition. And the question is whether such circulars can interfere with the power of the state government, my Lord, and the state police.
I will answer that on merits.
Please, madam.
I will answer that on merits.
Please.
But I will not hold that it is a dispute between the state and the center.
No, my Lord, kindly similar, of course, subject to the identical question was argued in the before the Supreme Court. the state union took up the preliminary objection, my lord. It is only a dispute between the
West
CBI
in the
and the
West
West
Bengal
Bengal state.
In the West Bengal case.
Yes. Dispute is, that was the specific.
No, if apex court has held so, then we will be bound by it. Let's see.
No, that is why, my lord.
But division bench definitely bound by, but if there is something, if it is between the center and the state.
Yes.
then
No,
that
my
is the
lord.
issue.
Before in the West Bengal case, my lord, the question was with reference to the power of the CBI to further investigate into cases in West Bengal where the state government has withdrawn consent. And the specific objection of the Union of India in the case was that suit was filed by the state, my lord, state of West Bengal. Union of India contended, raised a preliminary objection. The suit was filed under Article 131. The contention of the union was that 31 is applicable only if the dispute is between union and the state, not between the state and the CBI. Now that was answered by the Supreme Court, my lord. It rejected the contention of the union that CBI is a different entity. But the Supreme Court went into the details and held that it is under the supervision of the central government, and in effect, it is a dispute between union and the state.
Supreme Court has answered that it is a dispute between union and the state, and only the apex court has to decide it. Is that the finding of the apex court?
Yes, and it overruled the objection of the union and said the suit is ordered to be, may I just pass on that to you.
Attorney General, sir, since he's on maintainability, I'll just look into that judgment and get back. Yes. Paragraph, sir.
Para 2, my lord, on filing of the suit, preliminary objections have been raised by the Defendant Union of India with regard to the maintainability of the present suit. Though the judgment, through this judgment, we have dealt with the contention of the parties on the aspect of maintainability. Because, my lord, Article 131 says the jurisdiction of all other courts are barred, where the dispute
Yes.
between the union and
And the state, correct.
Right. Now, para 4 onwards, my lord, the objection of the union saying that it's only a dispute between the CBI and the state of West Bengal, not. While the plaintiff submitted that CBI is directly under the control of the union, and therefore it virtually amounts to a dispute between the union and the state.
And therefore, every strand of the certain events in this happen will have certain connections. So as far as I am concerned, if I am right in saying 35A and the Master Circular are under a statutory framework which are not conditioned or qualified or limited by the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act in any manner of consumption. So let's request a lot to look at the Master Circular at this point of time. Page 153. 64. Huh? Which is 53. 156 it starts.
No, now the bank has registered a complaint, that is at Annexure A.
That's right.
Now you are asking this complaint to be investigated by the CBI.
Because under the Master Circular,
Hmm.
the CBI is the only investigating agency.
No,
It is not that there
this
is
is
small,
this
there's a
is
small
concerning
mix up in the
this
play.
is
I'm sorry.
concerning a corporation.
Yeah.
There is no other bank. Is any bank involved in this except Union Bank of India is involved in this?
We don't know. We don't know. Not-
Because it is a state-owned corporation and Union Bank of India is complaining, has registered a complaint against a state-owned corporation.
Some monies are gone to Hyderabad and some other places.
No,
So
no,
what
it
banking
is-
transaction, which banks are involved, how that is a matter for a later day consideration. But
It's-
the Annexure H, Annexure A,
Yes. Annexure?
one. Let me first read yes, the Annexure A is a complaint by the bank.
Yes.
So he talks about all that events in relation to the
Right.
FIR and how the bank has been subjected so and so.
Yes.
And at page, immediately after subparagraph 5, it says, "Hence, to ensure a free and fair investigation, we request you to transfer so and so to CBI."
Yes.
Now, there is no estoppel in making such a
Subject
statement.
to correction, Annexure A, my lord, is a representation, not the complaint, my lord.
Or to the additional chief secretary. Yes. Hence ensure a free and fair investigation. Request you to transfer. It is a representation.
That's right.
It is dated 19th
It is.
6, my lord.
Soon
it is.
after,
And his writ
soon
petition
after
is
bank
filed on
came to-
21/6,
All right.
2 days.
after the bank came to know about what has happened.
The FIR is in page 115, my lord.
I'll come to the
Their complaint is against the 3 officials of the bank.
Come to FIR. The FIR was lodged by somebody else. We did not lodge an FIR. Now let us go on this footing that the banks makes a request to the government on a certain understanding that is a matter for CBI. So suppose there is no Master Circular. Suppose there is no 35A at all. How would I look at this letter written by the bank to the government of Karnataka? How would I look at it? So in the light of Section 35A and the Master Circular and my submission, that since the field is already assigned to and occupied by CBI under a certain framework of law, this request does not make any difference whatsoever. This letter cannot be read to mean that regardless of 35A and the Master Circular, you are now getting into the shoes of the central government under Section 5 and asking the state government to give its consent or a transfer. I think there is certain misconception about this letter, and therefore I say this letter does not really the final word on the law on the subject. So if kindly now turn over to the Master Circular for a minute.
Yes, sir.
Before that, can I request the Lordship to kindly turn to page